Hi, welcome back to The Scent Advocate. Tonight we're going to be talking about fragrances that take me out of my comfort zone. Why is that the theme of the evening? Well, because this evening I came out of my comfort zone in order to attend, at 53 years old, Adult Learn to Skate. Yes, ice skating, figure skating at my age, it was quite the spectacle. Why did I do this, you may be asking? Well, because my daughter is a figure skater, and my husband is just great at anything athletic that he tries. He's just a natural. I wanted to skate with them, and I don't know how, so I thought I would take this class, and I was an absolute disaster, but hey, there's always next week. I'll keep trying. 5 more lessons to go. We'll see how it pans out. I don't have a whole lot of faith in myself. I am not athletic. I am as bad at athletics as I am at math. I always said if I could do math, I would have gone to medical school instead of law school. I equally bad at athletics. Anyway, that is the foundation for this evening's theme, getting out of your comfort zone, me getting out of my comfort zone, and that brings me to the topic of the fragrances I selected. But more importantly, before we get to that, tonight's beverage of choice is a domestic, organic Sauvignon Blanc. Why? Well, because my husband, he doesn't tolerate kind of the additives and such that go into a lot of domestic wines and some wines from Europe, etc., non-domestic wines. And so we're trying these organic ones, and well, here we go. It's not bad. It's okay. It's a Sauvignon Blanc, which I like. It's juicy. What are you gonna do? All right. These fragrances take me out of my comfort zone because they are floral forward. And if you watch the channel, you know that most of the time I don't do well with florals. There are a few exceptions, but one in particular stands out in tonight's lineup. And it's one that I more recently got familiar with. I really didn't know much about this note before, and it is Osmanthus. So Osmanthus is the primary note for me in most of the fragrances I'll talk about tonight. The others have orris and iris, but the underlying theme here is that these fragrances appealed to me when I tried them in samples. And I couldn't at first pinpoint what about them appealed to me so much. But these all were instant loves for me. One smell, and I knew I had to have them. There was no question. There was absolutely no lengthy trial period. I just knew, and I was right in every single instance. None of these are regretted purchases. They are absolute loves, and I want to share them with you. So let's jump right in. The first fragrance is a little bit of a cheat because I don't actually have a full bottle, but I've got a good reason for that. It's Osmanthus 19 by Labo. This is a Kyoto City exclusive, which means that unless I go to Japan, I will not be able to get a full bottle until September of this year because Labo only sells city exclusives in boutique and potentially online. I don't know for sure, so don't take my word for it. You may want to check it out online. But these city exclusives become more widely available, I'll say, in the month of September year over year. And last year, I purchased a few city exclusives through my favorite Le Labo boutique at the Wynn Las Vegas. And in case you're wondering, because I talk about the Wynn Las Vegas boutique so much, no, I have no affiliation with the Wynn or any of the boutiques therein. However, this is an incredible fragrance. Osmanthus 19 is a 2024 release. It's an EDP, of course, and for 100 mil, it costs, I'm guessing, $350. I don't know for sure, but it may go up a bit higher because it's a city exclusive. The notes in this are frankincense, lavender, osmanthus, and then it's got resins and woods, and this is the perfect combination of lavender, incense, and osmanthus. It has an extremely refined, formal, and dignified feel to it. The person who wears this is taken seriously, and this person is the very best at what he or she does, without question. It gives me that level of confidence, that level of certainty about whatever it is I'm doing. If I'm making a speech on a topic I am not an expert on, I'd reach for this. It just gives you that little extra boost. Not so much for everyone around you. I mean, it's nice that they might get the impression that you're an expert on everything you say, but I think the most important person to convince is you. At least when it's me, it's me. Gorgeous stuff. There's a powdery feel to it, but it's a little bit sharper because of the lavender, and yet the expression of lavender is not too herbal in this. It is a softer lavender. The osmanthus is the powdery, comforting, kind of enveloping expression of an enigmatic floral. And that's what I get from all of these, that enigmatic floral. It's hard to point to a specific note more than it is a feel that comes from this flower. Gorgeous stuff. Beautifully expressed in Osmanthus 19 by Labo. Moving on, we have Joyeux Osmanthe. Let me do this right. There we go. By Maison Rebatchi. This is a 2018 release. It's an EDP for 100 mil. You pay $195. The nose behind this is Maurice Roussel. The notes are apricot, nectarine, green leaves, neroli, cinnamon, osmanthus, of course, honeysuckle, iris, rose, etc. With this, I get, it's such a surprise, I get a grape soda. Hear me out. Grape soda meets rice, jasmine rice. It's sophisticated and powdery in the dry down. The grape soda goes away, and lifting up is that green leaf accord, or even green leaves meet crushed green new branches like petitgrain. The honeysuckle and neroli at the opening are prominent, but they're offset by that powdery orris. Again, that very enigmatic floral. It's more of a feel than a note. I don't know. Do you understand where I'm coming from with that? It just adds almost a texture to the fragrance, and it's hard to imagine anyone not loving this. There's a slight nod in the very beginning towards a sweet gourmand, but like I said, it dissipates in favor of a petitgrain with rice and a beautiful, soft, powdery expression of osmanthus. Beautiful stuff. Joyeux Osmanthe by Maison Rebatchi. Moving on, I am going to butcher this. It is Osmanthe Kodoshan. I'm probably ruining that. I don't speak Japanese. I'm teaching myself Russian, and this looks like хорошо to me. And this is Maison Crivelli. This is a 100 ml. Let me do this again. There we go. A 2021 release. It is an EDP and it goes for about $290. The nose behind this is Stephanie Bacouche, I think. Probably butchering that too. This is Osmanthus, star anise, black tea, Szechuan pepper, patchouli, tobacco, labdanum, and oh, it's got some amber in it too. All right. The tea really pops out on this one for me in the opening. This feels like early summer in the Wiltshire, UK countryside. This makes me think of, have you ever seen the movie Sense and Sensibility with Emma Thompson? Yeah. This is what they all smelled like. I am absolutely positive. This is refined, somewhat conservatively reserved, but at the same time, bright and energizing like tea is. Rolling hills, green, verdant, everything from trees to grass, fluffy, billowy lambs roaming around the hills. That's the Osmanthus piece. Oh, it is a stunner. It's less of the notes individually and more of the feeling, which is, again, always what I get from Osmanthus. It is a feeling. It is a texture, soft, billowy, wonderful, juxtaposed with the energizing tea and tobacco and pepper. The anise is muted. It's there, but it just adds an herbal touch to the overall expression. Gorgeous stuff. Osmanthe Kodoshan. My Russian's not that great either, but it's better than my French. All right. Next, we have the newest, almost newest addition to my collection. It is, what a gorgeous one. It is Celine Peau Nue. There we go. Let me do this right. Okay, yes. This is a 2019 release. Goes for $330 for 100 ml, and it is an EDP. This one is rice, bergamot, vetiver, rose, and orris. Yes. Oh my goodness. Love at first sniff. Like the others, I just knew I had to have it. Julia, you're the best. Thank you for introducing me to this amazing fragrance. Absolutely stunning. Orris, uncooked rice, a faint hint of rose, extremely elegant and refined. This doesn't smell good. It smells exquisite. This is a showstopper, my God. No one doesn't like this. Seriously, like I can't imagine anyone not absolutely adoring this. This is one of the most amazing fragrances ever created, without question. Gorgeous stuff. I just don't know what else to say other than this is fragrance perfection. Have you tried this? If you have, let me know in the comments. I know you agree with me. Unreal. Unreal. If you haven't tried this, you must. You owe it to yourself. If you're a collector, if you enjoy fragrances, if they're meaningful to you, please try this. Get yourself a sample. Find someone who's got a full bottle and get a decant because this is unbelievable. Gorgeous stuff. Celine, Peau Nue. All right. Last two. So here we have, where are you? This is Liqueur d'Osmanthus by DeGrhaal. And here we go. Perfectly done. Okay. The nose behind this is Nabil Dridi. This is an eau de parfum released in 2024. And this is 50 ml and it goes for $165. The notes are candied citrus, Divana Osmanthus, cognac, tonka bean, heliotrope, and musk. But for me, oh, goodness. Yeah, you get the candied fruit. You get the candied lemon for sure. This is celebratory. This is one of the best occasions, if not the best occasion of your life. It's as good as it gets. It is your very best day. You know, you discovered a new element. You just got awarded a doctorate. You just won the lottery. Oh yeah. This is what it smells like. In fact, you didn't just win any lottery. You won the Canadian lottery, which is way better than other lotteries. Let me just tell you right now. It is my understanding, okay? You don't get charged any tax. And you get it all up front. Like no annuity, none of that BS. You just get the whole amount. You win $100 million, you get $100 million. Canadian. What are you going to do? Hey, you still get it in a lump sum, and there's no tax on it. That's the lottery you won. That's it, right here in this bottle. Unbelievable. Gorgeous stuff. Liqueur d'Osmanthus. Oh, it's heavenly. You have to like it a teeny bit sweet. If you don't like a little bit in the sweet direction, maybe you won the American lottery. What can I tell you? Nothing's perfect. But if you do appreciate a sweet, soft, powdery expression of complete and total bliss, this is your fragrance. Try it out. It is Liqueur d'Osmanthus by DeGrhaal. Last, but definitely not least, this evening we have La Belle Helene by MDCI. Let me do this right. There we go. Oh, gorgeous stuff. This is a 75 ml EDP. It goes for about $250. The nose behind this is the amazing Bertrand Duchefort. This is pear, citrus, aldehydes, osmanthus, ylang ylang, rose, hawthorn, oak moss, etc., etc. So this fragrance smells like you just won the $100 million Canadian lottery, except it's sheep, which makes it like even better. Because it's a sheep, right? If you watch my channel, you know that where there's oak moss or where there's even a patchouli sheep, I'm totally in a state of ecstasy. That's what this is. It is a beautiful, fruity osmanthus with oak moss. Does it get any better? I don't think so. That's why I'm ending the video with this. I just think this is as good as it gets. It's, you know, so bright, so beautiful, so distinguished, so lovely. It is a class act. Who doesn't like this? If you don't, please be kind, but let me know in the comments because I just have to understand why this is unbelievably good. And this is La Belle Helene by MDCI, and it's our last selection for the evening. So, hey, let me know what you think of tonight's lineup of fragrances that take me out of my comfort zone because they are osmanthus forward with a couple of iris and orris thrown in there for good measure. If you're not yet a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.